What's happening, everyone? John Hendricks here for another episode of The Drive, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, official sportsbook of the NFL, here on Boot Crew Media. It's Thursday. We got another look at the Saints today, obviously at practice. Some good news to start off with. I would say Chris Olave would be the first and foremost biggest point of practice. He was limited today with that concussion injury. And again, if you didn't catch the drive yesterday, we talked about that he was at practice doing work off to the side, but officially he was listed as a did not practice. Today, we saw him get upgraded to a limited participant, participating in the open portion to the media for practice, what we saw. So that's encouraging. That's a good sign. I feel really good about Olave and his availability for the Saints this Sunday when they take on the Bengals. On the other good, encouraging news front, Taysom Hill was upgraded to full today. You also had JT Gray upgraded to full. You know, these are things that we talk about. Don't get so antsy when it comes to the first injury report of the week. But, you know, look, these things happen, obviously. Now on to the bad news and what's concerning. No Mike Thomas again today. No Jarvis Landry, no Marshawn Lattimore. Obviously, we knew Deontay Hardy was not going to be in the lineup today, and then Peyton Turner's been missing with a chest injury. But big three, Landry, Lattimore, and Thomas, not present at practice. That's, again, we talked about Lattimore yesterday on here, and that's going to be a big loss if they can't have him. I really am not encouraged about, you know, what I'm hearing, that his chances of playing on Sunday against the Bengals. And that would be a huge loss because you got Jamar Chase coming to town, right? And, you know, he would have presumably be on him the whole game. Maybe that opens up the defense a little bit there. But look, I think when you look at how the Saints can attack this, starts with their defensive line. They've got to get some pressure after Joe Burrow. You know, talking to Chris Richard today, look, they feel good about, you know, where they're at, and just kind of talking about the mentality of this, you know, next man up, is that everybody's got to have that mentality and mindset that it's one play away from them being and playing for this team. And so, you know, hopefully they can get Marcus May back. That would be a huge boost to the secondary just on the back end, because there has been some problems with the safety communication that have to get that cleaned up. But again, it'll be interesting to see how the Saints attack with Joe Burrow at the helm for the Bengals. You know, whether they roll Paulson Adebo on Jamar Chase the whole game, or they do a rotation type of thing, you know, just on the sides of the field. That's going to be something that remains to be seen. But as of right now, does not look encouraging for Marshawn Lattimore, Michael Thomas, or Jarvis Landry to be available for this game on Sunday. Things can possibly change on Friday when we get the final look at the team, when we get the injury designations as well. But again, right now there's more reason to be pessimistic there as opposed to being optimistic. And again, they're going to have a short week to work with because you got the Cardinals just a few days right around the corner. So we'll see how that kind of plays out. Look, and the other thing I would say before we wrap up is talking about Jameis Winston. You know, I don't believe he's going to play and you know, we're going to start. I think they're going to turn to Andy Dalton again here. But look, I think when it comes down to it, you know, Winston is looking pretty good out there. And you know, I think they have to have him 100% for this before they even think about rolling him back out there. I think Dalton's in line for any other start. And again, you got that short week, you got the Cardinals coming to town. I think if they had Thomas in there and Landry, maybe you look at starting Winston on here if he was feeling good. But as of right now, looks like Andy Dalton for another week. Guys, don't forget to check out DraftKings Sportsbook. Use the code BOOT, BOOT, for your chance to have $200 in free bets just for a $5 bet. A lot of cool action happening starting with Thursday Night Football. You got some same-game parlays. You're going to want to look at the Saints when you look at it. Again, easy money. When you just make that $5 bet, you get $200 courtesy of DraftKings Sportsbook. Use the code BOOT. We'll talk more about that later. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. This has been The Drive, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook.